ahead on Fox 4 News at 6:30. CDOT officials gathered to evaluate the Glenwood Canyon rockfall still impacting traffic and discuss plans on how to prevent similar slides in the future. Plus, the man accused in the death of his 5-week-old son appears in court today to hear his sentence.
Severe weather conditions have closed down the Denver International Airport, canceling flights and diverting several planes to the Grand Junction Regional Airport. I'll have more coming up.
Fox 4 News at 6:30 starts right now.
From the station that brings you local news first, Fox 4 Local News at 6:30.
We thought we'd start off with some weather because while things aren't too crazy over here on the Front Range, they are getting dumped with snow.
Absolutely,
my gosh.
Yeah, a different story on the other side of the mountains. Here we did pick up around an inch, 1.2 inches officially out at the airport earlier this morning. Hey, March. It's the month of craziness.
It really is. It's madness for basketball, and it's also madness for weather.
Absolutely. We were in the upper 60s, lower 70s a few days ago, and now we're talking about snow statewide. And on the other side of the mountains, like we were talking about, Denver, 1 to 2 feet of snow. The interstate has been inundated with snow, finally starting to reopen. And I even have seen a few tweets that DIA most likely will be reopening at 7 p.m. tonight.
Okay,
so
well, we're
some
hopeful for that.
some very active Colorado weather over the last 24 hours. Good news is things are starting to quiet down on the Front Range, but for us here on the western slope, there's even some blue sky outside. This is what it looks like right now, a local loop of satellite and radar. Not much going on, maybe a few leftover high thin cloud covers up on top of the high country, but for us here in the lower valleys, we are clearing out and we are slightly cool for this time of year. Now, average high is 59 degrees today in Grand Junction. Record high is 76. We stayed in the 40s, mid-40s right now in Grand Junction at 45 and Montrose, 46 in Grand Junction, 45 in Montrose, 34 in Gunnison, currently 31 in Aspen, and 53 in Moab. Now, for tonight, your overnight planner, we will continue to see clearing skies, maybe just some thin cloud cover over at night tonight. Your low of 28 degrees with a sunrise tomorrow morning at 10 after 7. Everything is looking good and quiet for tonight and into tomorrow, but we've got another round of active weather Friday and into your upcoming weekend. Those details are coming up in a couple more minutes.
Greg, thank you. Unfortunately, we're having some technical difficulties with our live shot with Melody Gonzalez. She's out at the airport for a lot of travelers that have been diverted actually to the Grand Junction Airport from the Denver airport, but hopefully we'll get her up in just a little bit. Representatives with the Colorado Department of Transportation met in Glenwood Springs today to discuss the progress that has been made in the Glenwood Canyon. Since the rock slide occurred nearly a month ago, officials with CDOT have been working to get the interstate fully up and running. In an effort to make this happen, Shaylin Bott, executive director of CDOT, says they've been working on some short-term fixes like putting up rock fencing. But they've also been researching ideas for the long term, one that would sense rock movement before a major slide, allowing CDOT to send out a warning to drivers. It's anticipated the renovations will not exceed the projected $5 million, but Bott says money is not the organization's main concern.
Safety is always our #1 priority. Safety of the traveling public, safety of our staff that are out there. If you had seen some of these basically car-sized boulders coming down, you would have a real appreciation for the dangerous work that our folks do.
The canyon is expected to be operating as normal by May 5th, and then starting in June, CDOT will resume work, causing intermittent lane closures. We have new information regarding Dartana Mitchell, a man convicted in the death of his 5-week-old son, Lucius. He appeared in court this morning and received his sentence. 48 years, that's how long Mitchell will serve in prison on the count of child abuse resulting in death. This 48-year sentence is the maximum he could serve on this count, and it was merged with another count of child abuse resulting in bodily harm. A trial held in February of this year found Mitchell guilty of killing his 5-week son. The prosecution claims that Lucius was killed while in care of Mitchell, while the defense claims the death of the baby was the result of a medical issue. Before receiving his sentence, Mitchell offered his own words, saying that he did not hurt his son, but because it would bring peace to people, he agrees with the maximum sentence. And this isn't the only crime that he's accused of. He's been brought up on counts of assault, menacing, escape, and robbery. The court ordered Mitchell to serve his 48 years consecutively if he's sentenced for those additional times. Now, it sounds like we actually have our own Melody Gonzalez up live at the airport. Hopefully, we'll be able to head out there and learn more about how these frustrated travelers are doing, being stuck at the Grand Junction Airport. Melody, how's it going out there? All right, looks like we're still having some audio issues out there with Melody. But moving on, Governor Hickenlooper nominates Donna Lind to serve as Lieutenant Governor as Joe Garcia announces he will be leaving to take on another role. Garcia's last day will be April 29th, and Lind will then assume her duties as lieutenant. She's currently the Executive Vice President of Kaiser Foundation Health Plan and also Kaiser Foundation Hospitals. Governor Hickenlooper says, quote, her background successfully running large, complex organizations in both the private and public sector and her wisdom and experience in operations will enhance the lieutenant governor's role to make even more of an impact on programs across the state. With the passing of 13-year-old Delaney Clements, the community has continued to show unfaltering support, and it hasn't gone unnoticed. Delaney's family has released a statement saying, there aren't enough words to describe all of the ways Delaney has changed the world, but we can talk about all the people she has touched. We've been so blessed by the amount of love, support, and encouragement from people across the nation, and especially here at home. Delaney would be so pleased to know how she's touched you all. Delaney was diagnosed with neuroblastoma, a rare form of childhood cancer, nearly 6 years ago. She became the face for childhood cancer awareness, met her celebrity idol, Taylor Swift, and inspired her community and beyond. Delaney's family says her life mission was to spread awareness for childhood cancer and also be the voice for children who couldn't speak for themselves. The family has asked that in honor of her mission, any donations be made to Delaney's name to the Truth 365. Now, you can do so online by visiting the link at the bottom of your screen, thetruth365.org/join-the-movement/donate. Coming up after the break, we'll have details on a job fair taking place tomorrow at the Workforce Center geared toward our local youth. Stay with us. We'll be right back.